You out. DABABY.
Oh Lord.
You really gotta stop doing that.
His new video is hot.
Fans throws a shoe at DABABY following his announcement that Tory Lanez was the special guest during his set. He also received backlash for homophobic remarks and comments about HIV and AIDS.
I didn't see what he said. Like, I didn't see the video.
We're
What
gonna
he
play the
said.
clip for this.
I can't play the clip
Okay.
because the link you sent me, they removed it.
Oh, of course they did. All right, so
And
I
they
know.
probably removed it from
I
a lot of
know.
places now.
I was prepared for that. All right, so
I do know. I think I do know somewhere you could watch it though, because
we'll try to find it real quick. Try to find it real quick before we go ahead. I will. Even though I don't, I'd rather not hear it again. But just to give the audience context of what was said. Yeah, man.
You heard?
Nah.
He said,
okay. I saw it. Demi Lovato posted a clip of it in like this dramatic ass post that she had like all this like fucking graphic design and shit put in. Whatever.
all right.
I'm just being real.
Yeah, she is. She is they now. Shout out
That person,
Yes.
Demi Lovato.
Yes.
Shout out to Demi.
Which is that's kind of player.
What?
Like saying they, like I feel like I'm a brand or something.
Oh, you want people to call you they?
Yeah. They.
Yeah. You said yeah.
No, I didn't say yeah. I'm just saying
Oh.
like this sound like I'm.
All right, I'm not gonna post the rest of the stuff that has her opinions and shit in it, but I'm gonna play the clip so that people can hear it. All right, here we go.
Show up today with HIV, AIDS, any of them deadly sexually transmitted diseases that'll make you die in 2-3 weeks. Put a cell phone light in the air. Lady, if your pussy smell like water, put a cell phone light in the air. Fellas,
Lights up.
fellas, if you ain't sucking
just
nigga
caught
dick in the parking lot, put your cell phone lights in
Let's
the
be
air.
real about this shit.
Yeah, keep it fucking real.
Some of y'all niggas suspect as a motherfucker. Let's be real.
All right, you can get it. All right.
You didn't show up today with HIV.
Go ahead.
Okay, I actually have a you know, when I originally talked to you about it, I said it's kind of on the DeeJay because I don't think he was ready, so he had to kind of procrastinate. But I actually thought about like concerts, and he also had like a little setup before his when he paid for his show.
Yeah.
I think you either have to go away from that or you have to be smarter about setting up your songs. Because
Right.
he probably, you know what I'm saying, he was so into the show that he was thinking of his next song, so how can I
That was the end of his set. He was walking off.
Oh, that was the end?
He was walking off stage on the clip.
No. He wasn't walking off stage.
Oh.
They were just like killing time. Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
It looked like he walked all the way to the end.
yeah, I actually watched the whole set to see how it looked in the context.
So, you know what I'm saying, either you be strategic about how you set up your next song and think about it, or you know what I'm saying, you don't say nothing at all, because you know, so you can avoid stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because his last, when he did the paying for the extra time, he had a nice little setup for
Right.
his next song. So I think that's what he was trying to do, but it just kind of took
With
it too far.
transitions, you can never always. Well, with any set, you never can like expect everything to go correctly. But I mean, you got to think about it. This is an artist that he's doing these shows pretty much 5-6 times a week. So I mean, he does this all the time. So I mean,
Right.
this could have been one out of a million times where he could have fucked up and didn't have enough time, or had more time than he needed and said some shit that he probably shouldn't have said. I mean, we've been on stage and DJs fucked up our transitions, and we've had to just come up with shit off the top of our head. And sometimes
Right.
it's pressuring because you got a billion people looking at you, and you're just
Yeah.
standing up there. You like you got to say something because you're the MC. So I mean, but not to comment on anything that he said. Obviously, we haven't done that yet. But I mean, I've definitely been in that situation where you're kind of forced to say something.
I can see where that's pressuring, but then you got to think about you in the light now. You got to watch what the fuck you say.
Yeah, absolutely. You always have to watch what
That
you say.
shit.
Well, I was seeing like,
But when he said it, he probably wasn't thinking he was
That's
saying
true.
something that's like crazy.
No, whoa,
not,
yeah,
not to
definitely wasn't.
condone anything he said, because I disagree with everything he said, but you know, I heard some opinions and it was like a lot of, besides the HIV stuff, like the other stuff that he was saying was kind of like allowed in the, you know what I'm saying, like a club. Like he was in a club and people just rocking out and not recording, that probably could have went on. You know what I'm saying?
That's why.
I mean, yeah, okay.
To what you said,
okay.
I or don't condone some of the things he said, but the whole clip, I don't. There's shit in there that he said that I'm like, okay, that's
like the HIV stuff. I don't agree with that because he was obviously wrong on that.
Right.
But like
he also said HIV or any other disease, sexually transmitted disease. So he didn't just say HIV, but he did say any other one too.
Like the pussy smell like water shit. That
was player.
I done
that
heard
was
that
player.
shit before. And
then how many times have you heard niggas say you suspect if you sucking dick?
You hear that all the time in the club. You know, so
shit, niggas use suck my dick as a diss all the time. That's basically what's saying you a bitch.
But I think though, if he wouldn't have said well, let me not say that. I think it would have been less flack if he wouldn't have said the HIV stuff because that's not true. Like, I mean, it's a lot of people.
Well, my issue with the whole thing, my only issue with what people are saying, because you can have your opinion if you're offended about it. That's you, because obviously he could have worded it better. Especially the HIV part, he just sounded like he was talking out of his ass. But in general, my only issue is them trying to correlate the HIV thing with the whole gay thing. Because like, when did he say that HIV or AIDS was a gay disease?
Okay, it's not that he.
When did he say that?
And I agree with you. I agree with that. But it's not that he. It's not that he did say it like that. But people, like, the stigma on gay people is that they like give each other AIDS and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's been like the stigma. So that's why people automatically tie the two together.
I get it, but that's also creating a narrative because he separated both comments with a totally different one.
Well, I'm gonna say this too, because
it's not like he followed them back to back. Then in that case, yeah, you could relate them to each other.
I'm gonna say this. I don't feel that just because you disagree with something or like
that you have to express it.
Exactly. The energy that he displayed in that set was totally random and left field. You know what I'm saying?
That's how it felt.
Yeah,
bro.
that's why.
Even
That's why I always felt like
I
felt like something triggered him to express that in that moment. And what he said was hurtful because of
it was insensitive.
It was insensitive, and it was dangerous because it just was misinformation. Like, it wasn't true. You know, like there's been tons of studies and like there's been tons of things that have been created to prevent HIV, to like slow down HIV if you have it. And HIV and AIDS are two different things too. I don't know if y'all knew that. But and also like people live long, healthy, normal lives when they have the disease. You know what I'm saying? So
go get checked.
Yeah, like you know, just because you have AIDS, something doesn't mean like you're just like, no, we can't be around you in left bubble. And that's how it kind of felt when he said it. Yep. So like,
it was random and ignorant, but niggas say random and ignorant shit all the time. I just don't like how they're trying to just create a different narrative out of things he said. Yes, it was stupid. He shouldn't have said it, and it could be offensive. But don't create narratives out of something that wasn't there.
Right.
Like, if you want to address the HIV and the AIDS part, do that. If you want to address the homosexuality part, do that. But don't try and tie the two when the man never said anything about the two being created. Like, to me, that's more detrimental to the stigma of homosexuals and AIDS being correlated because you're pushing that agenda when he didn't say that. That's not what he said.
Yes.
He made two separate statements, one about the disease and one about you being suspect.
Right.
What's going on, everybody? Behind the scenes, Lyndon here. Just wanted to stop in and tell you guys thank you for tuning in to another clip or new episode of the 5% Podcast. Make sure you drop a like down below and leave a comment. Let us know how you think we're doing or what topics you want us to discuss. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at the 5% Podcast, as well as like and follow on Facebook for weekly live streams every Friday at 8:30 p.m. See you next time.